Welcome everyone and welcome to today's video, and we have some new content for you that iRacing have released as part of Season 2. We are now in that dreaded week 13, but at least we get some brand new goodies to try out. And iRacing have released one brand new circuit and two new cars. One is paid for and one is free. So at least iRacing are consistently releasing some free content in each season, it seems. A nice change up for them, whereas everything used to be paid. Of course, circuit Jerez, which you can see on your screen now with myself going around in the Mercedes W13, is a brand new circuit that has been added. And yeah, I'm liking it, guys. I'm liking it. So we're going to kill three birds in one stone, really. I think that's my own saying. I've made that up. Normally it's two birds with one stone, but three birds this time, because we're going to have a look at the new circuit Jerez. We're going to have a look at the two new cars as well. So let's jump straight into it and have a look at the Renault Clio Cup car. All right, here we are. Let's take this little thing out, shall we? Round a brand new circuit. Oh, what the hell? Sorry. Let's just get up to the next corner again and... Oh! That is a horrible sound. Wow. Oh. Well, at least you know you're braking, I guess. Oh. But yes, the Renault Clio, a light little nimble thing, front wheel drive. I actually had a Renault Clio, not this exact one, of course this is the Cup car, but the style and version of this Renault Clio I didn't have, but I did have a Renault Clio as my first ever car, so a little fun fact about myself. So a very fond memory I have of the Renault Clio. Always been a fan of them. I'm guessing you can use all the way run off on the outside there to open up the corner. I've never raced around Jerez before. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I apologise if I've butchered any pronunciation. Okay. Lots of front wheel lock up. That's probably me braking too hard. What is the brake bias in this? Rear, just has a rear brake value, not a front brake value. Huh. Is that right? That's all you can change in car? Interesting. Interesting there, guys. But this is a car that has always provided kind of fun, close wheel-to-wheel racing. I know I have raced this car at some point. I think it was Project Cars 2. Please tell me if I'm wrong there, but I think Project Cars 2 was when I raced it, or where I raced it. And it was round kind of like shorter circuits. But that's kind of our first look at Jerez. Oh my god, look at like the grandstand that goes over, or TV studio, I don't know what that is, over the top of the start-finish trailer. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Jerez, I've never actually raced that. The only thing I really know Jerez from is MotoGP, I think, comes around here. I think that's right. I swear I've seen them here. And I know that F1 testing was around here a few years ago. So yeah, the guys in the F1 community are really pumped about this track being here. It has hosted, yes, I do know that it's hosted F1 in the past, like before I was born. And that's saying something. But tyres now getting warm, and this car definitely feels really light. Of course, it's very small, doesn't weigh a lot anyway. I mean, we can see that. We can see that with just how empty this chassis is. I mean, look, I don't even... It's completely bare next to me. Me pointing as if I'm actually sitting in the car. But interesting, and I was thinking about that, guys. You know the squeak, screeching we heard of the brakes there? Telltale sign that they were cold. So that's a nice little touch from iRacing. I wonder if that's something that has been added to any other car. We'll have to check. Or if it's just exclusive to the Clio Cup car. But I did have a feeling, I wondered if they'd still do that when you warm up the brakes. And yeah, clearly we have our answer. But of course, I'm not going very quick round here. I'm not attacking any corners, just trying to get used to this car. But it is nice to be in a car that can actually take sausage curbs compared to the W13, which I do spend most of my time in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Definitely can't go into those corners that fast. Got no downforce. But let's try and concentrate for a lap now and see what we can do. I think I know where I'm going now. Trail braking required in this car. Making use of second gear, get the front end turning in, and it still doesn't really want to go. It needs to go much, much slower. Let's use this runoff, see if we can get round here. Flat round here, yeah. Nice and flat. Swooping right hander. A bit tight. Probably could have got on the power a lot earlier there. This car's going to be, this track is going to be great in the F1 car. I like the fact it's got some real sweeping corners, which helps. Which I think we'll be able to have some side-by-side action in the higher downforce cars. Oh, this is the corner. Yeah, that's the corner. That's the corner there. I'm just entering too quickly. Throwing it in. And we can't do it. Of course, lots of understeer in this car, as we said at the start. It is a front-wheel drive, so more understeer than you're ever going to get oversteer. Just like you do in the touring cars. Ah, too much brake. Too much brake. Well, it seems a real fun, light little car. I'll be interested to try it out this week in week 13, get a couple of races in. I imagine it's going to be carnage, especially with the cold tyres and brakes at the start. Lots of understeer, as we've mentioned a few times. But it feels good. It does feel good. It feels quite similar to the Toyota GR86. I think it's going to promote some real good racing. So yeah, let's hop into the next new car that has come in this latest Season 2 update. And here we are in the Formula 4, the next car that has been added to iRacing for Season 2 in 2023. And well, the first thing you're probably thinking is, it looks like the Formula V. And yeah, it does actually. I would say this is its bigger brother. Now, I have no idea if they have similar designers or whatever, but this is definitely considerably faster than the Formula V. But it doesn't have enough downforce as a Formula 1 car or a Formula 3 car. Couple of corners that Jerez is troubling me at the moment. We'll get there. But as I was saying, yeah, it's basically the Formula V's bigger brother. You're able to work your way through the gears a lot quicker, and this car is synonymous with junior racing in the British circuit. Some British drivers have worked their way through the series and this has been a big part of their development. But I'm not entirely sure which series or which license this car is going to fall into. I don't think it could be propped in at D license. It has quite a saturated license already when it comes to open wheel series. I think we've got the Formula 4 and we have the US F2000 as well. Unless it's replacing the USF 2000, I don't see it replacing Formula 4 because that is too popular of a series and good enough of a car, in my opinion. I think this would be good to plonk in at the rookie license and replace the Formula V. I think the Formula V, personally, I've never been a fan. It was just too slow for me, and I think it would be too slow for me even if I was starting out as a rookie. There's not enough times that you have to work your way up and through and down the gears, whereas with this you do. There's more skill that is required, and it will definitely soften the blow of making the step up to a quicker and more demanding car in series such as the Formula 4, because the Formula V, there is such a big disparity from driving that car, from everything, the way it handles to the speed. I know there's probably some wheel-to-wheel racing that you can have in it, but not enough thinking in regards to downshifts and upshifts and making sure you maybe drop it down an extra gear to get some acceleration out of the corners. The Formula V didn't really provide that. Now, this car, though, what I will say, a bit of advice, does require blipping the throttle. I haven't used a car that requires blipping the throttle for some time, so I am being a bit of a being lazy here, guys. I've got auto blip turned on. Okay, don't shame me. Don't hit me up in the comments below if you do. To be fair, maybe I'll warrant it, but I haven't driven a car that requires blipping the throttle since the Skip Barber days. So this car is going to be a test. It's going to be a test, and as I said, I think it will be good for it to be implemented into the rookie series. Maybe they'll leave the Formula V in there, and they'll have this car as an opportunity for kind of a step up to a slightly faster car before people move into the license. But I'm driving this round here now, and it feels really good. Of course, I've come from pretty much the fastest car on the platform, and which also has the most downforce as well, which is the Mercedes W13. So this is very, very different to me in regards to, sometimes I'm expecting downforce when it's not going to be there. Of course, this car doesn't have a rear wing, but I like the way it handles. I like that there is enough of like being able to throw it into the corners. And now the tyres have warmed up, a little bit of drifting there, fighting the wheel is more of a challenge than the Formula V. So yeah, a great car that is a free addition to iRacing. We are getting more of those now. Last season it was the Toyota GR86, which is also a great fun car to drive. Breaker a little bit too late there. But yeah, driving it, especially around Jerez, which I feel like I know my way around now, has been good fun. So yeah, that is the Formula 4, guys. Definitely a car. Maybe I probably won't drive it because I'm A license, and if I drop down to rookie, which I suppose this is what it's going to be in, I will lose my A license in the space of 2 races. But this would be a great addition for those joining and starting their iRacing career, that is for sure. So one final thing for me to do, I think, guys, and that is get the big boy out and see what Jerez is truly like in an F1 car. Alright, here we go. Let's take this bad boy round Jerez. Really short and quick main straight. Second corner really comes up on you quick. Very easy to run wide there. Easy on the throttle. On the exit. Make use of these runoffs, but not too much. Slight lift through here. Maybe a downshift, maybe not. Using the fixed setup. Down to 3rd gear, let the front end roll in. full throttle all the way around here. Little lift, keep it tight. And then this corner I'm struggling with a little bit at the moment. Bit of a blind braking zone. No real reference point to pick out. Of course, be careful of the sausage curbs as you come through that tight, twisty section in the chicane. And then a hairpin to finish, and that is it. We're back at the start-finish line again. Around 1 minute 22. Not too bad for a first proper completed lap in this car. That's really tricky through there. The rear just wants to spin up on you, but a real nice free-flowing track. I love it. Let's try 7th gear through here. Slight lift. Yep, it works. It works. A little bit of understeer. Try and keep it tight. Now, the good thing is that the sausage curves around here, other than really through the chicane, they're not that severe, but... Oh, I went deep there. Oh, forgot to lift. They're not large enough to really throw off the car and affect them. This is a section where it is. So you can still go over them, just have to be careful. Oh, big snap on throttle. Of course, lots of pace to be found around here. But what I wanted to bring to your attention, guys, which I've only noticed since we've been in the W13, is the addition that iRacing have made. Another nice little touch, you may have picked up on it already, are the finger animations of the gear shifts. Look at that. You can see the fingers shifting up and down. I don't know if they're going to be off-putting or not, to be honest. I'm sure these are animations that if you don't like them, you can probably turn off when you go into the innie part. Oh, pass that to go away there. Lift, keep it close to the apex. This corner, just a bit tricky. I don't know where to brake yet. Really need to get the flow of that couple of corners there. But yeah, this track really does come at you in quick succession. I'm really looking forward to doing a tour race around here. It's definitely going to be a race of attrition, that is for sure. But there are some good places to overtake. I don't feel like it's a circuit where it's going to be difficult to overtake at. You can really force people into making mistakes and just actually be quicker than someone, and there's a number of places with fast swooping corners that you'll be able to get past them. Tried to keep my foot down a little bit longer there. Trying to find the limit, guys. But a very different circuit in a car of this downforce and speed, that is for sure. Lots of runoff, lots of time to be found. Oh, just so wide every time I go through those corners. Let's go through these again. Oh dear, very lucky. Completely had to lift off the throttle. Oh, and then just understeer through there. And I imagine track conditions, with this being in Mexico, are going to get very hot and hurt the tyres as well. The front tyres are going to take a battering around here. But that is Jerez. That is the new content that has come to iRacing for this season. The content that I'm interested in anyway, which is the road side of things. And yes, iRacing continuing to improve on the surface. No rain just yet. I assume that will probably be in the last season, or at least towards the end of the year. We're getting little hints there, here and there, but I'll take a brand new circuit. I'll take some fun little cars as well. It all adds to the experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed that first look. I'm now going to go hop into a few races, and yeah, be sure to turn those notifications on, hit that like and subscribe button, because I'll be posting some more content in the coming days. See you guys. Bye.